Hello and welcome to Minecraft Day by Day, the video that shouldn't exist. So, what happened was, I started recording the next batch of episodes, and my mic just decided not to record. So, there's now this video. We're gonna, this is a quickfire round of like the 5 days that I had recorded that now have to be put in this video for the sake of simplicity. Now, I know I said the series wouldn't have editing, but I guess I lied. So let's go through everything that happened in the mute days, I guess. So, as you watch me here, we have a bunch of the resource packs back, like fresh animations and a bunch of new mob models. We also have Juan's Ancient Beasts back. Basically everything that I said in the last recording batch we had to get rid of for the sake of the mod pack being able to actually run, we now have back. Fresh animations, Juan's Ancient Beasts, fresh moves. I'm going to show that to you now here in a second. And I'm very happy about this. I love Juan's Ancient Beasts as a mod. I think it fits into vanilla very nicely. I also think that fresh animations is just better. And fresh moves, as you can see there, I'm now showing it off. I also think is just fantastic. And of course, along with all of this, one of the other things that we had to get rid of was shaders. We now have shaders again. So this is just lovely. I am so happy to have all of these things back. There you go, the shaders. The next thing I did on this first day was make a battle axe for myself. I thought that was the crafting recipe. It was not, so I had to go into just enough items and search it up. But this is from a mod that we have that I haven't touched on. I haven't touched on many of the mods, but there you go, the iron battle axe, and this will be my primary weapon. The battle axes in general will be my primary weapon of choice going throughout the entirety of this series, because it is the highest damage that you can deal. They're very nice, they look amazing, and yeah, that's it. I crafted a battle axe. On the following day, this was going to be another mining day. You can see that we're down here in the entrance of the caves connected to the mine shaft, and what we're doing is we're looking for andesite. Not any of those, not granite, not diorite, andesite. Why? Because create mod. For those of you who don't know, create mod needs a lot of andesite. We also end up picking up a lot, not a lot, but a nice extra few bits of iron. But the main thing we are looking for here is, of course, andesite, because it's this is episode 10. Of course, episode 10 was going to be the prior few clips of me saying that we have all the mods back, getting andesite, or not getting andesite, getting a battle axe, and for the rest of that episode I was just chopping wood. I don't think you wanted to see any of that in this cut down big mega episode, or compilation episode, I guess. So we're just gonna have this me mining running in the background, but the main thing is create, because again, episode 10 we haven't touched create yet, which is, in fairness, I've been putting hashtag create in the description of every video, and we haven't looked sideways at it yet, so I think it's high time that we got andesite and got stuck in with the create mod. We pretty quickly find a massive vein of andesite, which is super nice, and I end up digging out both this chunk of iron and a big chunk of that andesite, and then bringing it back home. You see, when we came out of the mines, it was raining, and that right there is a fire dragon. Let's call him Cotton Eye Joe. So Mr. Joe here spawns out of nowhere, hovering right above the village, as you can see there on the hill that our smeltery is in. And then, from that distance, immediately aggroes onto me, flies that distance in about 10 seconds, hits me with a fireball. That's great. I'm panicking. I'm running to the river. It can't hit me underwater. I jump in, start swimming. It's nighttime. It's raining. The temperature's dropping. In a few minutes, I'm going to get hypothermia. This dragon is still aggroed onto me, even though it's right there. Look, he's aggroed onto me, and give it 2 seconds. He's about to kill me, basically, is what I was waiting for, and I'm gone. See, this is why I'm scared of fire dragons. So he's now sitting right there, just about in my render distance. I'm scared that he's going to aggro onto me, so I hop into this cave, cower down, and yeah, kind of just wait for him to go away. So he's now out of my render... Oh, no, he's not. He's just about out of my render distance. I'm waiting for him to just wander away so that I can go over and get my corpse. This is lovely, really. Raining, nearly nighttime, fire dragon spawns right above my house. Fantastic. So I end up cutting that episode, or what was going to be that episode, off early for the sake of having more of this fire dragon in the next episode. He's there, aggro's onto me. I clock that he's aggroed onto me. He immediately starts flying over to me again. Does he? Never mind. No, not quite aggroed onto me. Sorry, I lied. He is doing something, who knows, but I'm trying to edge my way around, not getting too close to him, so that I can get my corpse without him aggroing me. So I swim across this river. It's getting more and more nighttime, which means the the temperature is only going down. Fire dragon, now he's aggroed onto me, 100%. So he books it straight for me. That's how fast they are, by the way. It took me 2 seconds. In this moment, right here, I still think he's on my ass, but no. What ended up happening was he ended up going to sleep because it is nighttime. And the dragons are coded that they sleep during the night, obviously. So, right now I'm shitting myself, even though I'm completely safe. So I end up swimming over, nearly drowning, getting my corpse, getting hypothermia, and then going back to the village. So after sleeping, I do what's called the stupid thing, and I immediately go looking for the dragon again. Don't ask me why. I don't know, which is funny because I'm the one who did it, and I think he's over there where I'm looking, but in fact, no, he's right there, stuck in a hole, probably aggroed onto me right now, but the AI doesn't know how to get out of the hole. So I turn tail and run into the forest where I discover houses of the village that I did not know existed. How I didn't know these things existed, I don't know. I also know that there's currently a creeper tailing me right now. I don't know whether you saw it, but I did in the moment. Hold on, I'm going to turn around. There's the creeper. So yeah. How I know that the dragon was aggroed onto me when I saw it is because it's now there. Cotton Eye Joe is back, and he is on my ass just immediately. So I cower in the shed. Probably the smartest thing I've done this day. This is not a new day. This is not a new hypothetical episode of this cut down, I don't think. But, honestly, I've lost track. This fire dragon made me lose track of a lot of things. He's right there, and I'm still in the shed. The next smartest thing I think I've done this entire time is deciding that instead of going out into the open again and risking this dragon getting me, I'm going to dig down, and from now on, because apparently the dragons can spawn out of the blue, I'm going to live underground, which is probably not the best decision given the fact that my origin requires a carnivorous diet and 2.5 blocks of space, so I have to crouch in a 2-block tall mining tunnel. So, you know, maybe not the best decision, but given there's a dragon outside, I'm pretty sure it's the only decision I was able to make without dying. So, yeah. So after digging for a while, I got to a point where I thought I was right underneath the village. So I decided, here in a few minutes, to dig a sunlight hole right here. It only went that far up because I was... If I jump again... I thought I jumped more. Never mind, there, you can see it now. That's the village well that I've been living beside this entire time, which means I was correct in assuming I was right underneath the village. While coming out of this sunlight hole, I am being very cautious about where the dragon is. But this is the main, now, entrance to what will become my base, or at least my shelter, instead of living literally on the street in a village. I said earlier I was doing the thing called being an idiot. Well, now so even more. I go back to the scene of the last sighting of the dragon, and this is why I called him Cotton Eye Joe, because he's now gone, right? This is your last update on the dragon, even though I go looking for him more after this, but he's gone. It's gone. It completely disappeared. Where did he come from? I don't know. Where did he go? Who knows? And that's why his name is Cotton Eye Joe, because... Oh yeah, by the way, those houses, the villagers look as good as the houses do, which is to say that they're all dead. So that's just fantastic. And here you can see me grabbing all my stuff to move down into the hole. So as you can see me mining out here, I mined out myself a little room to sleep in, where I set up a chest and a bed and my backpack, and this is where I said my outro for what was going to be this episode. This is where I am now going to be living and working for the foreseeable future. The dawn of the next day brought the first crafting of andesite alloy. This will be the core ingredient and component of any create work going forward. As you can see, I got the recipes for every create early game item there. My first goal, and the goal for the end of this video, this compilation episode, is to get a hydraulic press. Or not a hydraulic press, but a mechanical press, because that is the best early game option. You see, I'm going here to grab some more wood, because andesite casing is crafted using stripped logs and andesite alloy. So you can see me here crafting a water wheel, eventually. I will eventually get there. Water wheels are the first main source of rotational power and rotational stress, the two main things with the create mod in terms of power. I craft a large water wheel because they are just statistically better and look nicer. And I plan to put it right next to the smelter array. It's a bit too big for the space there now, so I dig out a hole and, make it fit, I guess. More about create just a tiny bit. Water wheels are water wheels. They use water to generate rotational power, and rotational power is what you use for literally everything in the base create mod. Obviously, with this mod pack specifically, I have things like create new age, and I think the factory must grow is in there. I don't know, but definitely create new age, thorium, and that allows us to get electrical power. But that is way further down the line. Right now we are just working with rotational power and rotational stress. So I need to go find some water, because it's a water wheel. It's not rocket science. And you'll see here me get the achievement. I think there's an achievement for getting the water wheel up and running for the first time. There we go. And here I'm making and gathering the first andesite alloy of this world. This will be the core, actually, put together crafting component for many machines with the create mod. The press is crafted using andesite alloy right there. And now you will see me search for the depot. I don't have enough, I think it was andesite alloy, like the actual item. No, I was missing everything. I'm not bothered to look closely to see what I was missing. But here you'll see me set up the first press of this world. Just like that. And now with the deployer in my hotbar, don't know where that feather came from. We have a fully functioning mechanical press. Able to press iron bars, iron ingots, whatever, into iron plates, as well as gold into gold plates, I'm pretty sure, and brass into brass plates. I know that one is definitely in it. And we're going to use this to make not only a mechanical fan, so that we can get a actually better smelting array up and running, but also to craft a mechanical drill. I'm sat here taking a screenshot because I think that, in this moment, I think that the recordings are going perfectly well, when in fact, not a single bit of mic recording whatsoever. But hey, I'll probably use that thumbnail for this episode, so it's not completely gone to waste. You can see me here going through the crafting table, wondering what the hell is in the create mod before grabbing a mechanical fan, or an encased fan. Mechanical encased fan, encased mechanical fan. No, I don't care. I then decide to craft a rope pulley because I remember that rope pulley contraptions exist and I may never need to go mining again. I then craft a hand crank because I am not routing rotational power everywhere I need it. What am I looking for there? Oh, vault, right, yes, because I remember that mechanical drilling machines need a storage thing on them, so I'm now crafting a vault to put on what I am hoping to make is a drilling machine. For those of you who don't know, drilling machines in Create can be as easy as a rope pulley, rotational power, a drill, and a storage device. I'm choosing to go with a vault because they store a lot of items and are tileable. I'm fumbling here trying to craft it because I forgot how to craft a barrel. But I get there in the end, so it's not the end of the world. I get there in the end. Oh, right, yeah, no, I need another iron sheet. I'm not going to force you to watch that. Then, after crafting the mechanical drill, I go and assemble everything. And then I remember, after trying to assemble it, super glue exists, and is a thing that you need. So I now have to scurry back into my hole and figure out how to craft super glue. Because normally, it's 2 slime balls and some iron. However, I don't have any slime balls, but I do know that there's a secret other recipe using Create. Watch me here get kicked in the balls by dyslexia because I forgot how to spell glue. This is as painful for you as it is me, okay? The fact that I sat here going, how the hell do you spell glue? I mean, to be fair, it's not something that you spell every day. I can't even remember what it oh. Anyway, the secret recipe, or not secret recipe, it's by using wheat, turning it into dough, and then dyeing the dough into slime. But, yeah, GLU is evil. Anyway, so yeah, slime ball or luminous jelly. Luminous jelly comes from those things. Those things are from Mowzy's mobs and spawn in the dark oak. There is no dark oak around me. Don't know where dark oak is. Komodo dragon spit, can't do that. That's in a jungle. That is from biomancy. Haven't touched that yet. Slimes don't have slimes. Villagers. I'm living in a village. That could be a very easy way to get it. I'm only noticing now it's a level 5 trade, which means I might have had to have gone through every villager in the village. Purple jelly shroom cap is from Better End. And I'd be fucked trying to get Pharaoh slime from one of Alex's caves. So I end up going with the villager. Except for the fact that they're all dead. Yeah, did you forget that? Because I didn't notice that until having crafted the thing. So I end up crafting that little contraption. It was only a bit of iron and some copper, but it's a bit of iron and some copper that I'm never getting back. Because I don't have a villager. Or a potion of weakness to cure a villager. So, anyway, that's the end of this compilation episode of Minecraft Day by Day. I'm literally making this the day that it gets uploaded. This is very late. I hate doing editing. Even this kind of bored me half to death. But hey, it had to be done. I didn't want you to miss any footage. Even though you're missing footage, but you get what I mean, right? I didn't want to just gloss over everything in the next couple of episodes as a recap. I wanted you to see this, especially Mr. Joe, who we're hunting him down and we're killing him and his extended family. We are monster huntering that dragon, okay? Do not get this twisted. I am now going to get to the point where I can kill every dragon I see. That is my goal for this series long term. That is what we're doing. We are killing Joe and his extended family because he killed my villagers, scared me half to death, killed me once, spawned out of nowhere, and then disappeared. So, yeah, no, he's not living anymore. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this unorthodox and different episode of Minecraft Day by Day. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.